Ladies and gentlemen, how's it going? Once again, I'm Nev from Nev's Tech Bits. It must be your bedtime because I got a story for you. Time keeps rolling away and kids keep growing up and changing the world. So, today I had an email saying that, Nev, we installed a new program, but the old program doesn't work all of a sudden. Something about hard drive space. And I said, yeah, I know that these guys usually have a really difficult time grasping that they should be putting all their stuff onto the secondary drive. So I tell them that, yeah, you might want to put more of your data onto the slave drive. And he came back at me with, that's not very politically correct, I think. And man, geez, is he right these days? Do people get offended by that kind of stuff? I mean, I'm in Canada, right? The Underground Railroad stopped here, and I'm not saying we don't have any issues at all with racism or anything, but I didn't think that we were in a time or place that it should be that sensitive. It kind of struck me a little bit. Now, I don't know if this guy's social justice warrior trying to virtue signal or do all that stuff, but it didn't strike me that he was. It wasn't like he was trying to win points here, be the better person. He didn't really push too much. Just say, that's not very politically correct. So, geez, I guess if I'm a nice guy, I need to change my vocabulary in order to make him happy, because I'm not a jerk. And I suppose I will do that. And I suppose in some ways it's like somebody else changing the way that I talk. And at the same time, maybe I wasn't exactly correct. Maybe that wasn't a slave drive. I mean, a secondary drive is often called a slave drive, but it's not usually called that these days because that was like a SATA thing. You had to have one ribbon, and the main one was the master, and the secondary one was the slave, and there were pins for that. But I don't think that applies these days anymore. So perhaps I was technically incorrect. But at the same time, I think everyone gets the gist of exactly what I said and what I meant about that, and it just made me sit and take pause and look at the world around us and see what's going on. We got lots of riots going on in the States with Black Lives Matter and Antifa versus, who are they? The Proud Boys and all different kinds of groups coming together with one message or another. And that's interesting. In Canada, we got Bill C-16 that says if you work for the government, and if there's a gender fluid person, and if you refuse to call them by their preferred pronoun, you will get fined. And if you don't pay that fine, you will go to prison. Man, what an interesting time to be alive. So much going on. Getting called out for calling a secondary drive a slave drive. I mean, I didn't mean to hurt anyone's feelings. It's an interesting time that we're in. What really gets me is I think everybody knows that I'm not homophobic. And I'm not Mr. Racist guy. Definitely not. My wife's mother once said a long time ago, when she was a different person, I hate everybody equally. And that made perfect sense to me. And I think we all know certain people like that, especially in the computer biz. Probably programmers. Man, programmers, what's up with you guys? There's something a little bit different with you. But I still can't get over getting called out for calling that a slave drive. So I look up more information on this, and I'm not the only one who's run into it. Within coding, within Python, there used to be master and slave commands. That's changed. As of 2018, they leave slave and master out of it. I guess because it hurts people's feelings. It brings back memories of things that they don't remember, memories of things that they've heard about that upset them. And we don't want to be upset. The social justice warriors definitely stepping in and changing the world. That's the way the young people do it, though. And I was young once, and I'm sure I did something like that. It's just interesting. A cause for pause to stop and take a look at the world around us and see how it's changing. At least it's changing for the positive, I suppose. That's always the best. Just can't get over it, though. I feel so old. Not only is my terminology racist, but I didn't even mean for it to be. Of course, everybody knows that. Everybody who knows me knows that I have no problem with races or faces or sexuality. As long as everyone treats everyone equally. That's what I'm caring about. Anyways, I just thought I'd share that with you guys. Thanks for listening to me. And have a good one, folks. Take care of each other.